Well, if yesterday's invitation to the party got lost in the mail, don't worry. The RSVP, it has been solidified. The Cubs, they did some serious woodworking today. The weather was warm, but the bats, they were even hotter. Dansby Swanson, first career 3-home run game. He had 8 RBIs. That's also a career high for him. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of career milestones. A 23-3, the largest margin of victory by the Chicago Cubs over the San Diego Padres in the history of both franchises. They've been playing baseball for quite some time. Come on in. This is Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Yuengling Flight, the next generation of light beer. Cole Wright, the 14-year big leaguer, Carlos Peña. And Carlos, in all your years, have you ever seen a dude who is as en fuego as Dansby Swanson right now?
This is right up there. I mean, 3 home runs today, 2 yesterday. He is absolutely locked in. We saw what he did over there in New York. I mean, this is the man that we know the Cubs signed a couple years ago. This is what he's capable of doing.
Absolutely. We have notes for days. Christopher Antonacci, our researcher, he's right here.
Dude,
he's handing me more notes. Dansby Swanson, 26 stakes over the last 10 games. He has been a one-man gang. So let's make life brighter, presented by Pella Windows and Doors. Who was getting after it? James Dansby Swanson. Yes, sir. He wears a 7 on his back, and it's almost like he had horseshoes on his feet. Plenty of luck, and sometimes they say it's better to be lucky than good, but right now, no luck involved. He's plain and simple. That guy, Carlos.
He's just flat out good. This last one, he had to wait for it so long. That was like 40 miles per hour, but it does not face him. He waits for it, squares it up. Another placata. That's 3 in one day.
Absolutely. Flash fried. We're going to continue to pepper you with more numbers as it pertains to Dansby's unbelievable hot streak. 2 home runs or more in consecutive games since 2006. Dansby, the first one to do it since P. Wizzy. Before that, it was Javi, Fonzie, and Rammer. Dansby Swanson, he was an absolute dog today, and for his exploits, he's catching up with T-Mac.
Thank you. Well, I'm interviewing you every day now. 5 home runs in 2 days. What the heck has gotten into you?
I don't know. Kind of hard to explain, but I mean, I don't really have any words for it other than just incredibly grateful. It's the only thing that can really come to my mind is just incredibly grateful.
How would you describe what it's like hitting on a day like today?
Well, I mean, I think just evidence-based by watching the whole team do it. I mean, just the at-bats have been so good by everybody. You know, Conforto left on left twice, just up and down the lineup. It's been so much fun. Guys have been committed and convicted in a plan and confident in themselves. And you know, we're a special team when that's how we play. So
that 8th inning, assuming that was going to be your last at-bat, were you thinking home run?
To be honest, I don't really know what I'm thinking. I don't think I am thinking. I think that's the good part.
Whatever works. Thanks, Dansby. Cool.
Yeah, don't think, just do. And he has been doing a whole bunch. He's just the 4th with 5 home runs in 2 games. It's Dansby Swanson. It's Cap Anson. It's Dave Kingman. And it's the one and only sweet swinging Billy Williams. And when that ball's coming in big and it's right in that wheelhouse, boy, oh boy, is that a good thing.
Well, you just heard him. He was talking about being committed, you know, having conviction on a plan, and he was talking about 1 through 9 because that's what great stars do. They always give credit to their teammates.
Okay.
They don't like talking about themselves, but we will talk about it. Blagada!
Yeah.
And this is yesterday. This got started, right? This just tells you how locked in he is. When he loads nice and early on that backside, it allows him to then make good decisions. There's nothing that feels rushed. And that ball hit the scoreboard.
Absolutely.
That ball was absolutely blasted, and it looked super easy.
Keeping his hands back on the change piece, too.
It allows you to recognize pitches because you don't have to hit a panic button. You are ready so early and under control. Look at his side swing. You can pretty much tell how he loads that backside. He's able to let the ball travel. It's almost as if he's waiting for the pitcher to throw it to him instead of the other way around. When you are able to buy yourself time as a hitter, you've done yourself a great favor. These are 4 home runs. They almost look identical. If you see their load, you don't know where the ball is going to end up. But we just know that when you do that and you get ready there early, good things happen.
Okay, so when your swing is voluntary as opposed to reactionary, that is when real damage is done, right, Carlos?
Absolutely. You want to be proactive. You want to be intentional about what you're doing at the plate. You're like, well, yeah, you have to react. put yourself in a situation that you can act upon the ball instead of having to always react.
Is this crazy or what? Look at this. Dansby Swanson with 9 bombs since June 17th. 8 RBI game at Wrigley. That's what he had today. The last time that went down at the friendly confines, Barry Foote. And that was back in 1980. Carlos, you and I, we hadn't even thought about baseball at any point in time. But Dansby Swanson, that's all he's thinking about right now. Yep, a man on fire, walking out of Wrigley Field as if the temperature outdoors isn't already warm enough. Dansby continues to heat things up, and having your shortstop, a Gold Glove shortstop for that matter, going out there and doing things like he's doing right now with the bat, always a feather in the cap of the skipper. So let's find out from the skipper himself. Here's Craig.
Yeah, I mean, mostly like Walker Buehler's been throwing the ball really well, and you know, again, we've just done a really good job against starting pitchers. You know, just we made it really hard on him, and he never got comfortable. And in the end, that's the game. You know, a lot of stuff happened late, but what we did against Buehler is what kind of determines the outcome of the game. And we did a great job against the pitcher that's been throwing the ball well.
His slug has been on quite an uptick over the past week. Is there anything you're seeing in his at-bats that you think maybe leading to that?
No, I mean, he's been swinging good. I think he's just in one of those streaks, and you try to make it last as long as you can. But it's I mean, the power that he has when he's in these streaks is, you know, and importantly, we're putting people on base in front of him, and that leads to the big game-changing swings.
How's he doing after taking on the ball?
He's good. He's good. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't, you know, we never have it figured out. We never have baseball figured out. You know, I think this tells you that. You think a guy's he probably went through the roughest patch of his career, and on the other side of it is the best stretch of his career. You know, you figure it out. I don't think Dansby could explain it to you either. But you know, I think it's the same thing as Seiya. Like now, I think moving forward, Dansby just try to keep it rolling as long as he can, because he's impacting the game. He's impacted so many games the last 10 days in a major way. So it's been great. It's been fun to watch.
How about the birthday boy pitching in really tough conditions there?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we got like what Colin Rea always feels like he delivers. There's just a solid effort. Yeah, obviously very, very difficult conditions, wind and heat. So I think 5 innings was, you know, as much as we could have hoped for sure.
And managers don't usually worry about guys getting wins anymore, but in the case of today, it seemed like you liked them to stay in there and get that 5 innings in.
Yeah. No, don't care.
They do though.
Yeah.
Craig, are you just like we're all daily reminders how unique this stadium is? I mean, the ivy and the wall, it feels like every game something's going on.
Yeah. I mean, the conditions the last 3 days are just it's so unique. There's no place else that ever plays like this. Not even close. Yeah, the ivy, you know, I was telling Ryan Flaherty, it feels like thicker this year almost. Like it's really, I mean, balls are disappearing constantly. When guys run into it, it feels like they almost disappear, right? So this is a unique place.
What was the ruling on the ball that got in the vines in center field? Is that just an automatic once it goes into the vines, an automatic ground rule double?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you knew what they were arguing.
I mean, they might have been able to. I mean, I think they were arguing third base, but I don't think the umpire has discretion on it necessarily.
You have some stretches like this that are successful, especially these last 2 series against teams that are toward the top of the National League. How does that kind of pay off later in the season when you think about?
It doesn't. I mean, honestly, this is this series, we played a good series. We played a good game today. We've got a much-needed day off that we'll all enjoy, and we have a tough task on Friday. And I don't, and we're playing against really very good major league players, and so there's nothing to carry forward. We got to earn a win on Friday.
Craig, keeping it real because it's that time of the season. Cubs series sweep so far this season. The Mets, the Phillies, the D-backs, Reds, the Mets. Again, they've certainly taken it on the chin. And then those San Diego Padres, that's how things went down. 6 Cubs had multi-hit games and 13 long balls over the last 2. 8 today, tying a record from 4th of July just a season ago when the Cardinals were in town. And Craig alluded to it. That's who's waiting in the wings after the off day. And Friday, that's the only thing he's focused on. 23 runs for the first time since 1995. Ties a franchise record with 8 home runs, their 5th straight game. You have to love it. 95. Yeah, they beat the Rockies 26-7 back in the day, and these fans, well, they were partying like it was 1995. A 20-run victory over the Padres, the largest margin of victory in the history of the two franchises.